Very, very quiet. I'm hunting moonies.
You hunting Woonies? What?
How goes it?
I am spiffy. I am just spiffy. We lost our internet connection today
Oh,
for
fun.
quite a long time, and I was really, really upset about that. So, actually, I had a meeting this morning with my boss, and I mean, it was like it went out like maybe 45 minutes before my one-on-one with her, and I told her because it was getting on, and I got that the meeting reminder 15 minutes before. I'm sitting here, I'm just like waiting for my internet connection to come back because usually it'll return pretty quickly. Never did. I'm like, no, I thankfully I had just gotten all the contact information from my colleagues, so I had to text them, tell them what's happening. One of them I had a meeting with my boss, and then one of my other colleagues right after that. So everything had to be pushed back to tomorrow. The boss goes, because I said there was no ETR when I called the ISP, and they said no ETR because there was like some major known outage. So the boss just goes, she goes, "Don't worry about work. Just just get everything taken care of, and we can talk tomorrow." So I'm like,
Yep.
fine. And then I got an ETR that said 8 p.m. I'm like, oh, lovely. And then thankfully it came back just before 7. So
Yeah, I get a lot of those where it's like, yeah, we're gonna restore this at 7:45 p.m. Like, that's not good for me.
yeah.
But I've got
Yeah. Yes.
I've got a guaranteed connection at work, so it's high priority repair.
Really? Not just swing that.
Well, when I went to the work from home, the requirements were that you had to have a separate internet connection from between home and work, rather than just being able to use your existing connection. And the only way Comcast would hook me up for that was if one of them was a Comcast business.
Oh. Oh, okay. So that's the difference between like a residential and business. They put a higher priority on business when they go down.
Yep. So my home connection is higher speed, but my work connection is at least
More reliable.
technically better uptime.
Oh, okay.
Well, better uptime. If one goes down, they've probably both gone down, but my work connection is higher repair priority if they can actually manage to fix the one without fixing the other. So my personal internet kind of benefits too.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, it's also I also got a little bit of a taste of your world, because you said you do chat support, right?
Yep.
So, I went on to WoW. This is on my phone. I went on to WoW's Wide Open West is their ISP. I went on to their little chat dealing. They say, "Hey, look, talk to somebody live." I'm like, "Yeah." So what I once I get on the chat, there's nothing for like 20 minutes. And I'm sitting here waiting for somebody. I mean, I could have waited for like 15 on the phone because I called them first and I said, "Your wait time is 15 minutes."
Mm-hmm.
And then I went on the chat and I waited for another 20 minutes. So I finally got somebody whose name is Ada, ADA. I'm like, I wonder where in the world they are. So anyway, I tried my best not to get short with these people because most of the time, whenever I get told stuff is, or whenever something like this happens, they'll say stuff like, "Oh, well, we see no outage right now, so we have no idea what the problem is. Would you like to have a technician come out? We can schedule one. They won't be out for about 4 days, but yeah." I'm like, no. So I was kind of short, and I said, "This is something that I know. I know there's an outage, so don't." Please don't tell me that this is not a known issue or that you can't find anything. All my equipment works. I restarted everything first. Like they always like to say, make sure that your modem is always reset every so often. So I did all that crap first, and I made sure that I covered all my bases before they tried to pull some crap on me like, "Well, we don't see anything. Is your modem working okay?" And then I'm like, you know, right when I started to lose my patience, I just kind of remembered, you know, because you have to do this kind of thing, you know, for, you know, as a career. And I've been on I've been on a service desk before, so I know when people are pissed off and how they feel and what they say and how they act. So I'm like, I better not get too short with her, otherwise I'm gonna be like those assholes that you always have to put up with, you know.
As you get into the okay, I want you to understand. I'm frustrated. I'm upset. I'm annoyed. I'm not mad at you.
Exactly.
But I am not happy right now, and you know I do need things.
All your fault.
I do need things to be resolved, and you know I've tried these things. This isn't just a haven't tried enough. I've tried all these things and it's not worked.
Right.
And try to and you know, it's like, okay, and I try to be careful about saying people are giving me a runaround, but if they're giving me the runaround, I will say that they're giving me the runaround. But I keep in mind that, well, the last time I was accused of giving someone the runaround, and like, what you're asking me to do requires exceptional circumstances. I'm asking a question that's, you know, a simple yes/no question that will help me ascertain the existence of exceptional circumstances, and it's a question you're refusing to answer, and at the end of our conversation you accuse me of giving you a runaround. You're the one that wasn't answering the question.
Well, that, and it's like you have to have a monumental amount of patience for some of these people, because you know they're always blaming something that is beyond the support person's control. You know, it's not their fault that the system is down. It's not their fault that something is faulty. It's something that they have no control over. And then all of a sudden the caller's like, it's all your fault. Like, okay, but that's just still not... Okay, fine, it's my fault. But what do you expect me to do about it?
Yeah, well, I get to the... Okay. I understand completely that it is not your fault that the system is down. But it's absolutely your job to assist me with it. And I understand that sometimes that boils down to, well, I can give you some information because you can't always fix it. Sometimes you have to wait on technicians to do their things. Sometimes, you know, sometimes there is some major thing going on as far as
needless to say, it's circumstances beyond their control, yet they seem to think that we have to be the ones that are the controllers, that, hey, look, we need this up right now, and if you don't do it, then I'm going to find somebody who does. You know, that's, I'm tempted to say, okay, fine, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. But, you know, but you can't be like that, of course. It's just, limits are tested a lot, and... Well, you really have to know where you stand with some people.
A lot of what a lot of what I get, you end up with people who apparently just need to be told the same thing with more authority.
All right.
Okay. Although it's more fun the ones that think that there's you get the certain set of circumstances where you think that there's somebody who can overrule me. Based on the question you asked, there's exactly 4 people that can overrule me. Well, more than 4, but 2 classifications.
Right.
Based on the information provided, none of them will. And the person that you asked for can't.
Yes.
Always fun, like when they ask for an underwriter.
Yeah.
Over a question that's not an underwriting determination. Everybody seems to think that underwriters like the end all and be all. And when it comes to some questions, they are the big bads. I say that with the utmost respect for underwriters, because they take even more grief than I do in some cases.
Oh, I can imagine.
They're the ones that, you know, they have to answer the question in the unusual circumstances of can we take this no and make it a yes, basically. Or
No.
is this close enough for us to say yes?
Right.
They're the ones that have to make that call in cases where I can't. I'm not trained to. I don't have the authority to,
Right.
etc. But there are some determinations that they're not an underwriting call. They're a service call.
Yeah.
Back before departments merged, they're things like, this is a billing determination. Underwriting literally has no say. You look at it and you say, okay, I'm sorry, we can't do that. And they're like, can I speak to an underwriter? You can. They're not gonna. And you just want to do like they're not gonna tell you anything different, but you can. Like, you get the underwriter in there, and they're like,
Hold on a second. Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers on BigFollow.com. Troll alert! Troll alert! Continue. People that always. It's like, do you want to be helped or do you not want to be helped?
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
I mean, sometimes the only help you can give is an answer they don't want to hear.
Right.
And it's not fun. It's not great. But it is what it is.
Yep.
And, you know, I can give you... And my answer is going to be polite. It's going to be respectful. But it's not going to be what you want to hear, because I can't give you the answer you want. Because the answer you want isn't accurate.
Yep.
I'll give you the answer that's accurate. The answer that matches the question asked, and with regrets, it's not the answer you were hoping for. There's nothing I can do about that.
I'm gonna say you're SOL, buddy. Sorry.
Yeah, like,
Sorry, but not sorry.
I'm the king of no. But I'll at least look. I am. But, you know, I will look for a reason to give that yes answer. I'd be the king of no, but if I can make it a yes, I'm going to.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Get out of here. Seriously.
But trust me, if we hit the point where I just can't give you that yes answer, or I'm asking a question, you may not see the question as pertinent or relevant. Believe me, it's very pertinent. It's very relevant.
You just have to be patient. Anyway.
And for the most part, the thing that's caused me the most struggles with patience in my life is being a parent.
Yeah, no kidding. Hold that thought. I will be right back. Sorry about that.
No problem. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, well, someone's in the, she's in the kitchen making herself up some popcorn, because usually what happens during the day is she'll be down here watching her shows with our internet connection. So she didn't exactly have that luxury today, so she's watching her shows now, and she's making the popcorn.
She had to put up with you instead.
No, basically this is what happened today. You know, I'm off of work, I have nothing to do, I have no internet, it's boring as all get out. I pull out a book, I sit down here and I read. You know, we kind of talk for a bit and like, what the heck are we gonna do? And as you've seen, we got an entire freaking table full of board games.
Yeah.
So we're like, sure, why not? Let's kill some time. But all the while we're sitting here checking our internet connection. Is it back up? Is it back up? Is it back up? Fine, it was me. Well, the thing is, what am I doing? What am I going to check my internet connection for? Hey, look, I got to go back to work. Yay! Not necessarily, but still. What am I doing? I need to go out and get some stone. Oh, yeah. Okay, fine. I am sitting here looking at my phone every couple of minutes, and her being her, she's like, why do you keep checking your phone? And I'm like, oh.
Trying to check to see if I can work.
Yeah, well, the thing is, once it got to like 3 o'clock, I'm like, I'm not gonna go back to work, because I mean, even though she did say don't worry about work, I was still going to. And then once about 3 o'clock rolled around, I'm like, yeah, it's not gonna be coming up anytime soon. So,
well, I see you're a decent, respectable guy. You don't like to get paid to not
Even
work.
the city offices couldn't do anything all day.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's exactly it, though. I mean, I have this work ethic that says I want to work. I get paid to work. I don't get paid to not work.
Yeah, it drives me nuts when the systems go down and I can't do anything. I'm like, come on already. Whoops, I did not mean to jump off of that. Yeah,
Useless, just a second. Useless says, you and Sonny should play a game together. We've been mulling around the It Takes Two game idea, but we haven't yet pursued it just yet. I'm sorry, you said you were jumping off of something?
Yeah, I accidentally jumped off of something. Oh,
whoops.
Now I'm thirsty. Let's deal with thirsts and hunger.
Oh, I'm hungry as well. Ah! Can you hear that in the background? Can you hear her popping that popcorn in the background?
I can't, but I got a lot of background noise, which really screws with my ability to distinguish specific noises.
Can you hear that? Oh, I'm sorry.
Useless said yeah. But Will said there was a lot of background noise, so he couldn't hear it, but it's okay. Stop! That's enough.
I got this quirky thing that I can't.
That. I use a stovetop popper. I like microwave popcorn.
She doesn't do microwave popcorn. She does on the stove pop. She's got this thing with a little twisty handle. It's called a whirly pop, but there's this little tiny handle, or I mean this little tiny crank that's on the handle that stirs the oil and the kernels inside, so there's an even distribution of heat. And then she pops it up, and now it smells like a movie theater in here.
Yeah, I got this thing where I can't break out one sound from another, and you know how people do like selective listening and can ignore one thing. Kind of like how if you're sitting in a restaurant, you have a conversation with the person at your table, and you kind of like ignore the stuff around you.
Right.
I can't.
Oh, you have to be like laser focused.
It's a nerve damage thing, largely.
Yes.
I can ignore what's coming in one ear in favor of what's coming in the other. But if the same thing is coming to both, like if you're sitting in a restaurant,
right,
It is somewhere between insanely difficult to absolutely impossible for me to break out and focus on the conversation I'm involved with to the exclusion of the noise around me.
Wow.
So basically I hear what's being said 2 tables over just as well as I hear what's being said at my own table.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes for a muddled mess sometimes.
I can understand that.
And by sometimes I mean any time that there's
Amy for anything?
ambient sound at all.
No, I'm good, thank you. Just give me leftovers when you're done.
Yes. Really?
Yeah, I was saying about patience is becoming a parent, and it's like you love your kids to death.
Ah, yes. Love you, baby.
And it's...
I love you.
I mean,
Sorry,
if
go
you're
ahead.
not like an absolutely worthless, evil person, you love your kids to death. Do
Oh,
just about
absolutely.
anything for them. But
This
there is something about those little mini-me's that makes them so much better at testing your patience than anyone else in the world can manage except for possibly your spouse or a sibling. And it's,
Yeah, well.
And I think I figured out some of it, because you get into the how much they are not necessarily like you now, but like all the parts of you from the past that you hate when you think back on it. Because you watch them do something and like, I'd really like to think and say, you know, I was never that dumb as a kid.
I agree. Your baby Gigantosaurus was killed. What?
What the heck?
Whose baby Gigantosaur?
Mine.
How'd yours die? And who's it killed by?
I bet you I forgot to put food in it when I pulled it out of the Pokeball.
Whoopsie. I was thinking for a second, I didn't leave mine out. I know I didn't leave mine out. Is Mooney using an exploit? God, no. I would never do such a thing. I don't need an exploit to play this game.
And I'm pretty sure I can't.
Zero's laughing at you.
Oh, I can chop it up. Cool. You just have to be persistent about it. You can chop up your own dead teams.
Does it take a while or something?
A little.
Oh.
And it didn't take long on the dead baby.
Oh. Why would you be asking if I'm using an exploit, useless? Because, God, no, I wouldn't even think about it. I mean, trust me, there are so many different mods in this game that you can use that would make it god-awfully easy.
And
But no.
basically anything that could be an exploit, he doesn't really have access to.
Exactly. Nor would I want to. You know, because in 7 Days to Die, when I played 7 Days to Die, there would be times when it's just like, okay, well, I've done everything I can, then I'll turn on the God mode and just cheat my way through everything. It's kind of boring. Nothing can hurt you, and
Yeah.
hell, if you wanted to, you can one-shot everything. And it's fun for a teensy amount of time, and then it just gets boring.
It's fun in extremely limited circumstances, basically.
Right. You know, it's just like with Grand Theft Auto 4. Back when I played that, this was a long time ago on one of my Xboxes. I would always. I had this. This is really stupid and sadistic, but I would always call up one of your friends who can send you an escort. They'll send you a couple of guys with guns to take out any of your enemies. So what I would do is, I'd call him. I'd get my escort, and then I'd go out to the airport. When you go to the airport, you get an automatic 3 stars, but you can't get 4 or 5 stars. It stays at a 3-star wanted level, and that's just enough for the feds to come, but not for their attack helicopters. So you only have like a police helicopter. I would go to where the control tower is, because they have like ladders up to there. I'd go up there and I would just shoot a rocket launcher right at the ladder in front of me, but I'd be far enough away so that wouldn't do anything, and it would cause fires. And the cops would just climb up the ladder. They would automatically catch fire and they would fall down and die. And I would be sitting there laughing my ass off just listening to these cops go, just, you know, they're just burning, and then they turn into this charred hunk of a corpse once their hit points ran out. It was hilarious. I laughed my ass off, and I did that so many times the game just got boring to me. So it was like, I own a game that I beat. No, I mean, I beat it, of course, but whenever I got bored, I just went ahead and I just went out to the airport and just burned up cops. You know, I found that very entertaining. But then again, I also knew how to use the cheat codes to get all sorts of guns and stuff. So basically, I was also cheating in that game too. You know, and that's kind of the point I'm making about, you know, when he asks if I'm using exploits. I wouldn't want to, because it would just ruin the game for me, ruin the experience, you know?
Right. If you really, I mean, if you really want to enjoy the game, you don't play that way.
Exactly.
Maybe you unstress that way. Like, I really need to kill some pixels. Well, let's just make it so that the pixels can't kill back. But you don't play that way.
Oh, he says, I was wondering why don't you just walk around a rock instead? You picked up the dino and dropped on the other side. Because I like things the easy way. Exploiting? Nah, that's not me.
Yeah, he goes the balance on he can walk the dino around or fly it over. He'll go for the fly it over typically, but it's all within the regular game mechanic. It's not a
Of course.
special.
No, it's not.
Not a special feature.
It's not special. I don't know if I wanted to put that there. Let's go ahead and try that one more time. No, that'll be fine, I guess. Oh, shoot. You know what I did? Oh, wow.
Well, say that kind of response for myself, I'd usually say something like looked in a mirror, but I'm nowhere near that calm and collected if I accidentally look in a mirror, so.
Before, okay, good. Nice. Oop. Sorry, I am listening to. I'm just
I start pushing out another egg.
Hey.
I'm working on the imprinting on the second baby Thylo.
Okay.
I did get one of them already. Okay. There's another egg in here that I'd like to hatch up.
Give me another minute. I need a couple of minutes. I gotta take the dog out. She's sitting at the window or at the door. I'll be right back.
Okay. do want to do a fire wyvern at some point, but not right now. Well, even from that perspective, useless. It's not really an exploit. It is functioning exactly as designed, which includes the ability to pick up your dinos with select dinos with select flyers and everything like that. It's not playing loose and free, fast and free with the coding or anything like that. It is actually direct to the design of the game, if that makes any sense. And you need food, so come into the cat that is growing up. Now you can hang around for 5 more minutes because of the cat. Get food for the griffin. The griffin. Kind of rough weather out right now. I suppose while I'm waiting, it's suddenly getting dark inside, so I need to do something with the electric lights. Take a look and see if any of my sheep have leveled up to throw more. Any more levels for hit points. Oh yeah, and with Mooney stepped away, it's time for Will's Ask Me Anything. Ask me absolutely anything about Moonshock. I will give you my best, not guaranteed to be accurate answer. And stuff that is destined to become stream lore. There's the black sheep right there.
Okay. Okay, how? So it's dark in this cave and it's windy.
Storm
and I'm
rolled
still
in.
getting the... well, I'm getting the, That's weird.
Like the storm indicator on your thing?
Yeah, I mean, certain parts of the cave, I can, Wow, I just got glitched back.
Yeah, I've got
Certain parts of the cave I can go into, and it gives me the like I'm in a structure.
Yeah.
And then certain parts I'm not.
I've got the sheltered home thing, but it still has a weather indicator on my screen.
Man, that's weird. I mean, but I'm in a cave. It's not like this. It's not like this wind's gonna get me.
A cave is where the wind will get you worse if it goes, you know, if it ends up being like lined up almost directly with the entrance.
Right. Oh, it's not though.
Watch it spin in there like a blender.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something?
Throw a little bit of sand in there.
Oh, that would be fun.
Turn the whole cave into a sandblasting cabinet. Small pebbles, turn it into a blast chamber.
Oh, jeez.
Complete with
I wouldn't
shrapnel.
think of it. Oh, yeah, that would be fun. Not. Well, first thing I need to do is get rid of these.
Say, reminds me of one major storm we had. Oh, 25. Around 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was working at a wholesaler at the time. And the storm, the buildings at the location had that flat roof with like loose gravel on it.
Mm-hmm.
The storm picked up gravel from the warehouse and sent it through the windows of the office building with a little bit lower force than the force of bullets, but more than enough to take out all the windows on one side of the building.
Right.
Which happened to have like 2/3 of the executive offices. One of those windows fell out into the landscaping there, and in that fall hit cut down on a sprinkler line. And that sprinkler then spouted back into the office and flooded it.
Ew.
That was another time where Will played the trying to clean out the messed up hardware tech. And some of the stuff we just replaced on insurance. That was a freaking huge insurance claim.
I can imagine.
But some of it was, okay, we're going to salvage what we can too. That was when we discovered that the backup battery system for the computer, the batteries basically aged out, and the whole battery backup wasn't enough to keep the mainframe up for more than about 3 or 4 minutes.
Oh.
In a business that lost more than $500,000 per minute that the mainframe was down.
Ouch.
And we're not talking about lost $500,000 in profits. We're talking about every minute the mainframe is down is $500,000 in the red on the balance sheet. And the storm took down the power grid locally for the better part of a week. They brought in a generator that was the size of a semi-trailer and completely replaced the mainframe's UPS.
Damn.
Well, every unscheduled minute downtime, because they had, as with basically any mainframe of that size, part of your routine system maintenance and everything and patches is regular backups and reboots.
Right.
But if it was even a minute of unscheduled downtime, it was practically the end of the world. And
What you're saying is it was bad.
And I the one time, it was, we narrowly avoided another disaster too. was getting these system alerts as far as regarding the system utilization. 91% utilized.
Oh,
92% utilized.
it keeps going up from there.
And it was going up fast. We discovered that somebody had basically set up an open-ended query.
Oops.
And the page file on that was overloading the entire system. I got the on-call programmer at 93%. We got it resolved at 96.5%.
Wow.
And that particular system, at 98, it goes down hard. By going down hard, we mean you can't just reboot it. You have to have, you have to get it starting back up again, and then the programmers have to get in there and start restoring files to where they are supposed to be and restart the processes that got interrupted. You're dealing with, it goes down hard, you're down for a minimum of 6 to 8 hours. At $500,000 a minute. We were very happy that I caught that.
Yeah, no kidding. No, I'd say that the worst system outage I've really come up across was hold on. I was only in a clerical job at the time, but the company I used to work for. Did I ever tell you the story of the contractor who held a grudge?
I don't know.
Okay. So this is back when I worked for a transportation company, and
oh, none of us know what that's like.
Oh, hush.
Incoming relatable story.
Hold on a second, I gotta. All right, I just had to dump some stuff that was over and stuck. So anyway, this transportation company that I worked for, they had a habit of always hiring a lot of contractors. So this one contractor, he was apparently disgruntled with the company because what had happened was. At the end of his contract, he had, in an effort to make sure that, well, he found out that his contract was going to be over soon, or actually terminated. So what he did was, he got the biggest and most annoying chain letter email he could find, and this is back before companies had smaller distribution lists. He sent this chain letter to the entire global address book. This was back before users didn't have permissions to use Google Glass. He sent this to over 30,000 employees across the world.
Nice.
And then he waited. And what's the most annoying thing that people do in emails? What's the one? Reply to all. And this was done hundreds, if not thousands of times. Reply all, reply all, reply all. So you're replying thousands of times to over 30,000 employees in the entire company worldwide, and it bogged down the email system for about 2 weeks while they had to deal with all of the emails that had gone out there. They had to purge the entire system, and it took them 2 weeks to do it.
Should have hired a guy that I knew on IRC.
When they did that, I laughed my ass off. I thought that was one of the funniest things that I'd ever seen. I mean, I know that's not really that funny, but I thought it was hilarious.
It depends. Say it depends on which portion of that you're on, and yeah, I see my share of replies to all still. Back in the day was in internet relay chat all the time.
IRC.
And got to be one of the admins of our chat network.
Okay.
And the rules around that particular network were basically all around making it family friendly, because it was a network of servers all connected to local free nets. And, well, one of the people who did not particularly like our policies and did not like the fact that some of his behaviors got him banned from the network globally, decided that the best course of action was to go out with some address spoofing and sign up our admin mailing list.
Useless wants me to build a kitchen in this place.
Uh-oh.
He goes, you better build me a kitchen in that thing.
That did not turn out the way that I wanted it to, so this could get messy real quickly. Well, I just ended up picking up a beaver that was full, and the weight caught up with my bird right at the time I went over the edge of a cliff, so now it's like 100 feet down and I don't know what's down there.
Oh my god.
Well, Geronimo, and then dive, because the beaver's not going to take any damage, I don't think, from the fall.
Maybe not. Okay,
Nothing bad down here. So they decided that they should use this address spoofing and sign up our admin list to every mailing list in listserv.
Ooh.
So, to put that into context, I hit 600 emails the first second.
Hey, how you doing, Uni?
Yeah, you just got like animals that have a human riding them do not take fall damage, which is why I dropped the beaver. Come in
How was
here,
it, baby? I'm good. I had the rest of my pizza.
drop off some of it, drop off that wood, and then go get that beaver. The funny thing, the funnier thing with that was, I was telling you that company needed to hire the tech guy that we had. He wrote a script for our mail server to run to unsubscribe us from all the listservs. Our mail server handled it flawlessly. The listserv server crashed from design. It's like, we got this dinky little computer network against one of the major mailing list servers on the internet, and we kicked its butt.
That's definitely one way to do it.
Done
Pretty
some,
fat girl, what?
done some
I
closing
know.
up of the building. I've only got one way, well, 3 places I can fly a bird out of it, but
Ouch.
flew the wrong direction.
Whoops.
Oops, be right.
Yes, indeed.
I thought that I dropped that beaver down around here. There it is. Still too much wood on the beaver.
Eh. I couldn't help myself. Let me check that real quick.
Take a few more stacks off, and then I should be able to carry it up. Yeah, the riding and jumping off a cliff on a mount and then dismounting right before they hit the ground. That is a fun trick, though my personal favorite is just jumping off a cliff and hitting a parachute at, basically do a halo jump. The catch is, in Ark, if you mistime that shoot deployment, you will die. Because
You be dead.
it does take a little bit for the shoot to slow you from terminal velocity.
Stop it! I do too, are so annoying sometimes. That is not where I want to put that. What I should do is... Ah, I know. Okay.
Okay, there's the beaver again. Try it this time. Oh, helps if you don't miss. Now I can chariot the fire up. I need to take one of the birds that I've had in the fridge forever, getting passive experience, and I'll take a couple of them and make a sprinter and a hauler.
That is always a good idea.
Well, I've had some that have been in the cryo fridge for
1, 2, 3.
a few weeks at least.
Oh?
They've been in there since before Sherbet died.
Oh. Poor Sherbet. We will miss you. What the?
Still miss Sherbet.
What the? Where'd the stairs go?
Wherever you put them.
No, I put them exactly in the right spot, but they disappeared just as fast.
He says.
Oh no, I don't say. I know.
He says.
Silence.
Not a chance. You've met me. You could give me a platform like this and think I'll stay quiet?
Maybe.
Okay, you've only met me once. I'll grant you that much.
There you go. Sometimes that's all that you need, though.
You're wrong, but at least it's kind of excusable.
Please, I'm always wrong.
Well, I mean, I wasn't specifically going towards the whole ginger thing and all of that.
Hey, You secure that stuff, buddy boy. That's better.
Okay. You hit the hole in the roof right this time. Or not.
3.
Take 3.
He offered, I don't have the time. I just got the foodie achievement and banished. Hey, that's good. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
You know, I haven't always placed everything in my structure in the place that's convenient to me.
Uh-oh. Oh no. How am I? I hope I have enough crystal for this. I better have enough crystal for this.
No,
Okay, so I need a roof.
no, I'll tell you right now, you don't have enough crystal for that.
Shush.
Wow.
You hush. Sloped, I don't need it sloped. I need it sloped. Greenhouse triangle roof? No. I don't need a sloped wall.
Yep, got
I
you
need
useless,
it.
840 reminder.
Yep. Huh. Okay, I guess they don't have triangle walls then. Nothing but triangle walls. Okay.
I'm gonna have
But
to
you can make triangle walls out of that.
I'm gonna have to get to doing some wiring in this building soon, but I gotta finish making the first floor pens and filling them.
Wah. Where are all of the walls? Those are sloped. I don't want sloped.
Okay. I'm gonna try and put some pens over here. Okay, make sure that you're not following me. So come
Where
over
are
here.
the rock? Oops, stone wall. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay.
What are you confusing yourself with now?
Oh, I keep seeing sloped triangle walls and I'm thinking it's something else.
Oh, no, it's
That's fine. I got it.
it's not what you want. Even if it's what you
I know.
want, it's not what you want.
Of course it isn't. It never is.
Let's do. Need to take a flyer over to get more oil.
What?
Oh. You don't follow. gotta get rid of the raptors and terror birds.
Oh?
Well, most of them are taken care of by
I don't want a spiral staircase in this one. They're too... They always get in the way. So I figured instead I would just go ahead and oh shoot, you know what I forgot to get? Ow. Where are my frickin' no! There. There we go. And now I can't move. Why? Because reasons. Stack in half.
Okay, kick out some of this stuff because we don't need all the extra.
Technically what I should have done is just going all the way up, but that would have gotten in the way, so I couldn't. So function over form, got it. Yes.
Always function over form.
Absolutely.
If you stop putting in spiral staircases, you may have even learned that.
No, you be quiet, sir.
I'm not the one that puts in spiral staircases now.
Are you freaking kidding me? I gotta put another one up here. So one of these. One of those. One of those.
He's gonna walk off the roof, isn't he? Yes, he is.
No, I'm not.
No, talking my griffin. Yeah, I did a dismount and they sometimes roam.
Whoopsie.
I dismounted and he walked right off the roof.
Yeah. That works. Well, not always, but...
Well, it didn't work for me. I didn't want him off the roof, but... I made things functional from it.
Ah. Of course you did.
Raptors are going to get better at stego. They do. Be ready to shoot them. No. Stego still won.
I'm still gonna have to put 2 door frames up there. Because if I put one of these right there, it's still gonna be too short. Come on, get down here. Put the wall there. That's not gonna work, is it? Oh, well, work. Sweet.
Kind of towards the edge of encumbered, but you know what? If it's just a little bit under encumbered, it may climb slow, but it still dives fast.
Cool deal. I like that. Now I just gotta put all the rest of these ceilings in here. Which, I only have 26. That's not really gonna work.
947.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we gotta get going then.
It's that fast return.
I heard.
Slow up, fast down.
Zero says, later, suckers. Okay.
That's Mr. Sucker to you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, all these guys should have food. The last. You know, I shouldn't be wary about where I park myself, considering that it's not like my guy's gonna go go hungry or die. Because I'm gonna end up working on this a little bit some more tomorrow too. And my dinos all have food.
Park on the, park out on the highlands with the no armor. You know, right around where the Giga spawn.
Man, good.
No
I just
sense
want
of
to make sure that all
adventure.
my... No, that's just common sense, man.
Wait. You've got.
I know. It's this really weird thing of mine. I just have this common sense, you know.
You're claiming common sense.
Yeah, but you know how it is. It can be tough sometimes.
I am, I hope, understandably skeptical.
Oh, shush you. Pretty sure common sense is illegal in this day and age. Yes, yes it is. Hey Switch, how you doing? Unfortunately Switch, I do have to go ahead and call it for the night, but if you've been around, that's awesome. But I am gonna go ahead and camp it here out in my place. I'm gonna find a spot where it says I'm sheltered that way. Here we go. Right there. I'm sheltered right here.
Sick. I'm sheltered almost everywhere inside the mesa these days.
I think the reason why it's not showing my shelter is because I haven't completely walled it off or roofed it off. So it looks cool though. I think my building looks neat, and it's not a big box this time. So
It's progressing nicely. I will give you that.
it is. It is. Let's see how my otter's doing first of all. Oh, my otter got a level. Won't kick melee damage. Oh yeah, and she's got plenty of food, so she's not gonna go hungry anytime soon. Okay guys, I want to thank everybody for showing up. You guys are awesome as always. I'll be back again tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow evening-ish, provided that my stupid ISP decides it wants to... If my ISP decides it wants to work again tomorrow. So, thanks again everybody, and you guys all take care, and I will see you next time. So long.
And I will go ahead and be shutting down too. Thank you everyone who stopped by. Y'all make this world so much more worth it. I mean, I'd stream without you, but it gets dull streaming by yourself, let me tell you. So thank you, and I will plan on seeing you tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening.
Later.